Hey, what do with y'all? Swish Entertainment putting y'all on Tusa. All y'all favorite rappers and celebs like, but first, I need a little favor done for y'all first. Please like, comment, subscribe this video, hit the notification bell as well if you're searching Shane put y'all on Tusa this story. Now today we'll be talking about the music mogul Diddy once again, as we will see the continuation of the cross-examination of one of his former employees going by the name of Brianna Bongolan. The 17th day of Diddy's criminal federal trial will begin with the questioning of Brianna Bongolan by Diddy's defense team. They would ask her in particular about her having alleged that Diddy had dangled her over a balcony 17 stories above the ground. Once Brianna Bongolan's testimony reached completion, the judge Arun Subramanian will admonish Diddy's defense attorney Mark Agnifilo for his client's behavior in court. He will proceed to call out the defendant Diddy for having nodded his head vigorously while staring down jurors in the courtroom. Judge Arun Subramanian then conveyed that disciplinary actions will be taken if Diddy continues his behavior, which will include Diddy possibly being barred from the courtroom. During the cross-examination, Diddy's defense team will put emphasis on the date of September 26, 2016, which is when Diddy allegedly had dangled this woman Brianna Bongolan over a balcony. Diddy's defense team would make the argument that Diddy couldn't have possibly been in the city of Los Angeles that day, as he was traveling on the East Coast on the Bad Boy Family reunion tour. Diddy's defense team had also spoken on both Diddy and Cassie Ventura being present in New York City at an event on September 26. Continuing on to state that a hotel room at the Trump International in Manhattan was booked under Diddy's alias known as Frank Black from September 24th to September 29th. This location of course deviates from the location that Brianna Bongolan had given in her testimony. Diddy's defense team continued to pressure Brianna Bongolan, questioning her in terms of how Diddy could be in two locations at once. Brianna Bongolan was unable to come up with a response to Diddy's defense team's question. During a redirect, the prosecution would ask Brianna why she is unable to recall the exact date in which the alleged events that she had spoken on her testimony had transpired. Brianna had answered saying that the events had simply taken place a long time ago. The prosecution venturing forward had provided evidence that Cassie Ventura had texted Christina Caron's phone. The prosecution, referring to his text message receipts, would suggest that the violent encounter between both Diddy and Brianna Bongolan had taken place on September 30th instead of September 26th. Now, Brianna Bongolan, during her first time testifying, had alleged she was smoking a blunt or about to smoke a blunt with Diddy prior to him having dangled her over a balcony 17 stories above the ground. Brianna next accused Diddy of having yelled at her aggressively saying, "You know what the freak you did." Then Brianna had accused Diddy of having pulled her back onto the balcony and would proceed to slam her into furniture. Following Brianna Bongolan having given her testimony and Diddy's defense team having performed an analysis of the information that she had given, another testifier would take a stand in court today. This alleged victim went by the pseudonym of Jane and claimed that both her and Diddy were dating from the year 2021 all the way to the year 2024 by the month of September in which she was arrested. This woman next had stated that both her and Diddy would watch adult films during their hookups. Jane then had spoken on one encounter between both her and Diddy that had allegedly taken place in the month of May in 2021, saying that they had spoken on their fantasies while watching adult films together. Following this, Jane had allegedly went to the bathroom, and upon returning to the room, Diddy was on his phone and said that they should have a freak-off together. Jane had testified that both her and Diddy decided to go to a hotel room with a male entertainer waiting. This male entertainer is known as Don. Jane, continuing forward, had alleged that both her and Don had engaged in sexual intercourse while Diddy would watch. After the male entertainer Don had left, Jane and Diddy had allegedly engaged in sexual intercourse as well. Following this sexual encounter between both Jane and Diddy, Jane alleged that both her and Diddy had engaged in many more freak-offs after this. Jane, during her testimony, conveyed that she had told Diddy both verbally and in writing that she was no longer interested in engaging in freak-offs with him anymore. Yet, after Jane had allegedly communicated her intentions with Diddy, Diddy had said that he would only pay her rent for a few more months if she did not have sex with other men in the freak-offs. Jane next had stated that Diddy's words had obligated her to continue engaging in the freak-offs. Now, so far to this point, two alleged eyewitnesses have testified against Diddy in court today, with Diddy having been told by the judge Arun Subramanian to discontinue his behavior directed at the jurors in court. This could be a display of confidence by Diddy, as he may be trying to show that he feels the criminal federal trial is in his favor given all the information that was provided in court, and that he feels that he may be proven as innocent and given a light sentence or free entirely. And as police reported, it seems that inconsistency was found in Brianna Bongolan's testimony. Given that Diddy was not present at a location that Brianna Bongolan had provided her testimony when he allegedly abused her on a specific date. But yeah, that's cool. Capos being on shout these in the comments. What do y'all think of the testimonies given by the alleged eyewitnesses Brianna Bongolan and the anonymous Jane in court today? What do you all think Diddy's gestures and him having nodded his head vigorously at jurors in court could have meant? Do you all think that he had the intention of doing this, or do you all think that he just done it impulsively? And to cap that off, do you all think that Brianna Bongolan's credibility has been brought into question, given that she was unable to provide a specific date in which she has suffered abuse at the hands of Diddy and the alleged events that she has spoken on in her testimony? Let all of me know in the comments, y'all. That's gonna do it. I'm out.